I am seeing creator after creator after channel pop up nowadays, within the past few days actually, of talking about just how easy it is to make money on YouTube. So here's my take on that. It is. Right now, I mean, while you're still in the building phase, you have to put in the work, you have to put in the time, the effort to actually post consistently, post daily, multiple times a day, have good content, have relevant information, be able to back up what you say is true. You just need to do that. In turn, you're building a community centered around the information that you're putting out. Does that work for everybody? It depends on the content, really. I mean, now again, this is my opinion here. It depends on the content. But most times, whatever it is that you're talking about, someone else is also involved in that, or someone else can relate to that. And that's what you want. That will build up your community. Building your community. What's your community? Your community is basically your content, your comment section, rather. You need to be engaging in your comment section. 9 times out of 10, everyone that drops, everyone that reaches out to you, or makes a comment, they have their own channel. Engage with them, subscribe to their channel. Basically, you're spreading the wealth. You're being receptive to the engagement. And at the same time, you are putting yourself out there as a real person, by engaging with your community. You're building your community. You're putting yourself more and more into the algorithm, into the search engine. Everyone knows that Google and YouTube are the largest platforms, search engines in the world. Everybody knows that. Okay, so how do you capitalize on that? You put out good content, you post daily, and you build your community. That's it. You have other ways to kind of put yourself or make your channel stand out more than others, by having a good thumbnail. You have a good title, you have a good thumbnail. Everyone knows what a thumbnail is. Everybody knows what a thumbnail is. It's not that difficult. So let's do this. I mean, you post it consistently. You post good content. Let's talk about the content. Blogging, vlogging about your daily life. No one cares. Not to be disrespectful, but no one cares. No one cares yet. That's the key word. No one cares yet. Okay? They don't know you. They don't know anything about you. So if someone clicks on your video or on your thumbnail and they watch it, now is your opportunity to now is their opportunity to learn about what you have to say. So if you're putting out good content, if you're putting out relevant information, now they're gonna be like, okay, all right, this makes sense. So I'll come back and I'll watch them again. I'll see what else they have to say if it makes sense. So that's what you need to focus on. That's what you should be doing with your posts. That's what you should be doing with your content. But blogging and vlogging, let's get away from that. Let's shy away from that. Number two is you don't need fancy equipment. You know, I'm doing this from one of my phones, one of my other phones. All I need is the camera on that phone and make it happen. Sorry, my apologies. I been working all night, and I'm driving Uber. I'm actually waiting right now for another trip. Hopefully something will pop up soon. Otherwise, we're going to end up falling asleep here in the car, which I really hate. It's very uncomfortable. But yeah, that's me. This is my daily life, you know. But what I'm doing with these videos, everyone on this platform is trying to get monetized. They're trying to get that money. There's no sense in denying it. There's no sense in lying about it. You on internet TV, YouTube, is what this is all about. That's why it was created. So now they have this partnership program. YouTube has this partnership program because now they want people to spend more time on the YouTube platform. So they're paying. They're offering some money. All right, if you can get with your content, if you can get more and more people to stay on the platform and actually spend more time scrolling through videos, all right, yeah, we'll send you a commission. We'll send you a commission. We'll put money into your account. You know, we'll make it worth your while. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Small channels, small creators are getting just as much play and visibility as these big channels that have been around for years. Okay. Now, when did they start that? I want to say it's been fairly recent. It's been fairly recent, but I don't know why. I don't care why. And you really shouldn't care why. You should just be jumping in here trying to take advantage of it. Be in here trying to take advantage of it and get monetized. You know, I know that they have all these hoops that you have to jump through, and you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours and all that other stuff. And does that seem like a daunting task? Does it seem like, you know, the bar is set so high? Well, yeah, it is, because they want consistency, just like you should be posting consistently. You know, you want to, whatever you're posting, it needs to bring value to the people that are scrolling through YouTube, scrolling through the content. It should bring some kind of value. That's how you build a community. That's how you build followers. That's how you get people to support you. Is what you have to say providing me with valuable, actionable content, information? That right there is what's going to get you the followers. That's what's going to get you monetized. So you just focus. Just focus on that. Don't blog about your life, or rather, if you do, you know, that just I want to say kind of keep it vague, but at the same time, again, no one cares. You know, you could do that if you do a blog. That's fine. That's fine. But have something else that's going to be more value. You know, maybe you're talking about, for an example, how to get monetized on YouTube. Okay, and another in another playlist. In another playlist, you are talking about. Oh, okay, I'll just use myself as the example. I'm talking about how to get monetized on YouTube. That's one. The other thing is I'm an Uber driver. That's another thing. Another thing, I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for 20 plus years. Another thing is I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm not gonna lie, I've been an entrepreneur for almost, oh my God, for decades. You know, I've been doing this for years. Something works for a little bit, I'll jump on it and move on to the next. Money comes in from that, I'll move on to the next. So those are multiple things that I can discuss, and then provide like go into detail about each one. As a photographer, I can teach you how to use your camera properly, no matter what kind of camera it is, because I'm old school. I come from the film era where you had to get the shot right in the camera and not be a Photoshop photographer. Okay, I can take you from, I can teach you that. With Uber, I can give you tips and tricks on how to structure your driving, how to structure your business with Uber. Okay, you can do Uber drives, you can do Uber Eats. You need to know how to where to set up, where to wait, where to position yourself so that you're waiting for drives to come in. How to not waste gas while you're waiting. So that's the Uber aspect. All right, so being a serial entrepreneur, what are you selling? You know, how do you market? How do you promote it? Okay, so there's so many different things that I could personally discuss, but are they separate from the rest of my channels or channel that will bring value to my community? Okay, so yeah, so how do you structure your channel? You're gonna have multiple playlists. I mean, you can have you can have a channel and then have multiple things that you discuss on your channel, and you just create separate playlists. That's it. Just create separate playlists. Okay, so equipment that I use my phone. I use this little iPhone here. This is the iPhone SE. It's the 2020 version, or yeah, the 2020 version, or 2020 generation. That's where this one is from. It's old. That's all you need. You don't need anything fancy. As being a serial entrepreneur, I have a live streaming business, and I've got a lot of equipment. So I've got the fancy cameras, I've got the fancy controllers, and multiple angles, and using Photoshop and Adobe Premiere, and I use vMix for the actual streaming and recording. I use the Blackmagic Design ATEM switcher. I have all of that, but all you as a small creator need is just your phone. All you need is something that'll put you online, something that'll get you online. It's a phone, and it's an internet connection, and an app to record. That's it. With those three things, you can get monetized. With those three things, you can be online. Okay, everything that I'm discussing, or everything I'm talking about, should be providing. Everything that I'm discussing are steps to get you a part of this YouTube algorithm, to get you monetized. Now, again, like I said when I started this video, there's so many creators, so many channels that are out here talking about how to get monetized. Why? Because it is Easy. It's easy. YouTube is out here pushing these smaller channels. They're giving the smaller channels just as much visibility as these larger channels. So they're offering their commissions, you know, their finder's fees to these smaller creators to, you know, get online. Spend more time on the platform. Build your community. Build your following. Make it happen. Just sit there, provide the right information, and provide good content, and, you know, reap your reward. Reap your reward. It'll come. It'll come. Don't get me wrong. It's a slow process. It is a slow process. But just keep at it. You got to keep at it, and you gotta keep your head up. You know, don't get discouraged. And remember, you got to do your research. Do your research about, okay, well, I posted this video. What's different about this video? What's different from this video compared to someone else's video? Or how is this thumbnail, will this thumbnail work better than this other thumbnail that I created? That's what you should be working on. Okay, don't get discouraged because your video and your views, the clicks and the views on one video is different from the clicks in the video on another different video. Don't get discouraged by that because it does take time. The algorithm needs to find you. The content you provide should be educational, informational, or entertaining. Those three things. In order to get monetized, in order to be seen, in order to attract your tribe, to attract your community. However you decide to bring that into play or bring that into focus, that's entirely up to you. I do not suggest clickbait. Okay, I do not suggest clickbait because people are going to see through the clickbait. You know, they're going to click on it, and then whatever information or whatever you're saying on your thumbnail or whatever you're saying in your title, and then they're going to watch the video, and then they're going to be like, this was BS. This is BS. I'm not going back to this guy or this woman or this channel ever again. And that hurts you. That's going to hurt you. So I do not suggest you do a clickbait type of thing. I've seen a lot of long form video, long form channels, and I've seen countless short channels that do shorts. They're clickbaiting. You know, they'll do a screen grab of some really attractive person, and they'll use it as a thumbnail, knowing full well that person has nothing to do with that person has nothing to do with the content of that video. So don't get caught up in that, please, please, please. The reality of what's going on right now with YouTube is it's easy, but it's not easy. It's time consuming. Is it time consuming? Yes and no. Yes and no. Can you make a decent living out of this? Yeah, you could eventually turn your side hustle into a lucrative paycheck. Can you do that? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. But it's all about consistency. It's all about keeping it real. It's all about building a community. It's all about building loyal followers. It's all about supporting one another. That's what it is. If you have people that you support, you're providing good information, the community that you're building will support you. I've seen it happen in real life, not just here on video. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Case in point is, as I said before, I'm a photographer. I'm the director of photography for a natural bodybuilding organization. I became a part of I became a part of that natural bodybuilding organization because of the way the owner of the organization was providing his platform, or providing a platform for people to come and do the best that they could, be their best, naturally, as opposed to being juiced up. Okay, so as natural bodybuilding, I appreciated this man's integrity. I appreciated what he was trying to do. So with that, that encouraged me to be like, you know what, I want to be a part of this. I'll help you out. I'll let my business take a back seat so I can help you and your organization grow. I will support you in what you're doing. In the long run, I want my business to grow as well. If his business grows, then mine will automatically grow. That's what's going to happen, or that's what is happening. As I said, I'm the director of photography for a natural bodybuilding organization. We travel all up and down the entire East Coast. We go as if I'm not mistaken, we're starting next year, or this year in 2025. We're going to be all in every state along the East Coast. So from Maine all the way down to Florida. We used to go to Key West. Now we stopped for a few years. Now we're going back. So, but the bottom line with that is, if you provide a good platform, if you provide good information, you build your own community. You'll build it up naturally. It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. You'll have a supportive audience. You'll have a community surrounding you, helping you. And don't get me wrong, don't just have your hand out. Okay? If people jump in your comments and, engage with them. Engage with your audience. Yeah. Engage with your audience. Build your community. Engage with your community in your comment section. All right. So I have gone well over, just because that's my train of thought. I'll pick up a thought, pick up an idea, or start an idea, and then somehow I'll end up going off on a tangent because of the fact that I have so much information. I've worked through things so much. Yeah, so that's what I've done. All right. You guys have a good one. I want you to remember, build your community, keep posting. I'll see you in the next one.